How many of you guys have ever worked in a distributed project, like onshore and offshore systems and so on? Hands on, hands up, hands up. Okay, cool. So I bet you guys will know what I'm talking about here. For the rest of the guys, it's just 10 minutes to, less than 10 minutes to lunch anyway. So feel free to have a little bit of rest unless you want to learn something new. So collaboration is essential for any successful DevOps setup. But when it comes to distributed organizations, collaboration is a little bit challenging due to some challenges, such as the geographical constraints. Essentially, having multiple teams distributed across different locations means that all the communication will be online, and we all know that the online communication, well, is not as effective as the face-to-face communication. And to make it more effective, we have to make it more interactive. And for that, we can probably, using our technology tools, such as at least using our webcams. I know that there are a lot of debates about using webcams within the online meetings, but at least we can use it for the kickoff meetings and the onboarding meetings and so on. We can also make use of some other technology tools and features, such as virtual whiteboards and such as virtual whiteboards and screen sharings and those kinds of stuff. And speaking of online meetings, whenever I hear this little lady saying this meeting is being recorded, to me it sounds like she's saying, well, this meeting is not important, or this meeting is going to be watched later, but for now, let's have a quick nap. So yeah, trust me, don't ever record your online meetings. You can record it offline, but not in a meeting, okay? So also the second change here is alignment between the different teams. Essentially, due to having the different teams distributed across different locations means that there could be some misunderstanding and there could be some visibility issues between the teams. Also, due to lack of interaction between the customers, and also due to the lack of interaction between the customers and the offshore teams, this might lead to some requirements misunderstanding. And to tackle this, we have to make sure that all the internal communication is being shared between different teams, and also we have to make sure that all the goals and the strategies of the different meetings is being shared as well. And please, when it comes to visits between different countries and between different teams and so on, don't think of cost reduction in this aspect, because this will enrich the collaboration and the communication between the teams within the environment. Also, the differences in culture could also be another challenge, and this is basically, even the time zone, the different time zones might put your teams in separated silos, which is something that we are trying to avoid within DevOps. So at least make sure that you allow at least 2 hours of shift overlapping between the teams. And yeah, even language could be another barrier. I remember that in one project we had to hire a purely translator position, which it turned out to be working very well. So it's just a matter of finding out what works best for you. Last but not least, security. Security is also another challenge due to having the team that is responsible for the security and the team that is responsible for the delivery not co-located together in the same place, which leads to security requests taking too much time. For example, firewall requests, sometimes it takes up to several months to be fulfilled, while it's just a simple command on the terminal. So to tackle this, we have to start with security in mind. And starting with security in mind basically means that we have to make sure that the teams are aware of all the security requirements and the security dependencies and so on. And to do so, you have to embrace a security culture within your team. So you have to make sure that your team is aware of, is on a good understanding of the security requirements and dependencies through the security awareness sessions and also the security trainings and so on. Okay, to recap, in order to have a successful DevOps setup within a distributed organizations, we have to make sure that all the communication online is being interactive. And also we have to make sure that we have a better alignment between the different teams, the onshore teams and the offshore teams. And we also have to make sure that we tackle the culture gaps. And last but not least, start with security in mind. There are 3 giveaways from this session. Number 1, don't ever record your online meetings. Number 2, allow at least 2 hours of shift overlapping between the teams. And last but not least, make sure that you invest in some visits between the different countries and between the different teams. Thank you.